Assalamu alaikum. Hi viewers, how are you? I'm Rana from Government Postgraduate College Toba Singh. I think everything is pleasant on your side, right? Greetings of the day and good morning to everyone. Fine. Power of non-verbal communication, right? Okay. You know that all day long we keep on communicating. Whatever the condition is, right? When we eat, we are sitting, we are sleeping, our body gestures, whatever we do, all the time our bodies keep giving signals, right? Okay. All this comes in the context of non-verbal communication. First of all, we must be knowing what is communication. Communication, the imparting and exchanging information while speaking or writing or using any other medium. But the surprising data I'm going to share today, that we think that we simply focus on our words when we talk to someone. We think that that is everything. But today, the things that I'm going to share, it will really, you can surprise your mind. Let's see. I'm a psychology professor whose name is Albert Mehrabian. He is a professor of psychology from University of California. In his 1971 book, Silent Messages, he says, when we talk to someone, the importance of words, first of all, he tells that his formula was 7, 38 and 55. What is it? 7%, 38% and 55%. Our words that we use, it only counts 7%, right? Okay. And 38% are tone matters, our tonality. For example, the tone we use, the vocal we use, it matters 38%, and 55% are body language, right? It does mean 93% is all about our body language, our tone when we speak to someone. Got it? For example, right? Let's have some examples. The way you eat, right? The way you sleep, the way you just talk, you stand, your every position, right? It keeps on giving messages, right? Keeps on giving, you can say non-verbal, you are involved in non-verbal communication, right? Okay. For example, it's said that style is the man. Buffon says it, Buffon, right? Style is the man, right? Whatever you put on speaks volumes about you, right? Your personality is reflected through your, you can say, through your dressing, through your walking, through your way of speaking, the way you can say, use your hands movements, your gestures. It all involves in nonverbal communication. Fine. Okay. Let's move towards another concept. Fine. When we talk to someone, right, we can observe that there are a lot of people who simply, they are monotone, right? You know what is monotone? Monotone means the people who speaks with the same volume, with the same pitch, right, or with the same pace, right? They really sound very boring, right? If you want to sound interesting, if you want to be a good presenter and outstanding presenter, you are supposed to bring variation in 3 things. That's very important. I go for the abbreviation PVP. You know that? PVP mean pace, volume and pitch. Got it? Right. When you speak, right, there must be variation in these 3 things. Let me just unfold what is PVP, right? It's okay. First of all, just take it. First of all, the pace. What is pace? Pace does mean when you talk to someone, right, the frequency of the words. For example, I'm talking to you, right, the way the RJ, radio jockey, right, and radio presenter, you can say, right, who are there, RJ, DJ, the way they speak. For example, let's say I'm Rana from Government Postgraduate College Toba Singh, right? The way I speak just briskly, swiftly, right? If I say I am Nadeem Rana from Government Postgraduate College Toba Singh, right? So I brought I brought some changes over here, some variation over here in my speaking. When you talk to someone, when you bring variation and pace, it's really, you can say, you can say the audience before you, they get involved in your discussion. But if you simply you're speaking with the same tone and you have the same volume, and sometimes the people who are standing before you, they'll start yawning, right? But if you are just involved and just bring changes in your speaking, you're just in your expressions, sometimes you are slow, sometimes you can say a lot of words in the given time, then it creates involvement, right, on the part of audience and the part of speaker as well. I think you got it. The second point is volume. It's also very important. For example, when you talk to someone, right, sometimes we start our discussion, we start our presentation very slowly. The volume is very normal. The way, for example, the religious scholar, they start their speaking when they just sit, this stay very relaxed. They start with a low volume, right? And we just think that, but after some time, they just, you can say, we see their, you can say, shocking, surprising power of oration. They just go to some other horizons of communication, really get surprised. This tactic, this tip, right, this you can say strategy they use in order to get involved. They get involved, and automatically the audience who sits before them, they also get involved in that you can say activity, in that performance. So volume is very important. Sometimes you should be slow, and sometimes you should be loud in order to just create involvement in your discussion. So while speaking, you must bring variation in volume as well. Got it? For example, you know about that Paradise Lost by John Milton. He says that awake, arise, or be forever fallen. Right? You can say, to do aught good never will be our task. To do aught good never will be our task, but ever to do ill is our sole delight. Right? For example, your voice just rises when you speak some emotional words. Right? So these things, it's also called intonation, though you just bring variation ups and downs while talking, stress, unstress, syllables like that. Right? Okay. So volume is very important. You must bring variation in volume as well. Okay. Let's move on to our third point, that is pitch. What is pitch? Pitch does mean how high or how low the voice is, right? It is also necessary when you talk to someone that you must bring variation in pitch as well. For example, you are just talking to someone, and other person whom you talk to, he just he counters your words, your argument. You say, "Oh, what are you saying? It's not happening." Listen to me, man. The way I say my argument is stronger than yours, right? And sometimes you just bring you make your voice low, right? Not volume, pitch. Alright, it's okay. Thicker, thin, you can say, right? That sometimes you just bring variation in your voice and you make it a bit more louder, right? High voice. And sometimes it's like, this is how we bring variation in pitch as well. Fine? So these are the things that all comes in, you can say, non-verbal world. And it's really, you can say, impressive world. We do it consciously or unconsciously, but when we learn that, when we train ourselves from, you can say, by taking coaching from experts, right, we really become impressive speakers. Got it? Right. So that's all about today's discussion. I think you got everything about that. Now you must be knowing that all the police officer, you can say, intelligence agent, they're experts in non-verbal communication. They can judge from the body language, the way that the person speaks, the way that the person sits, right? They can see from their gesture whether it is a criminal or not, like that, right? So it's very, you can say, important word, non-verbal communication. We must get mastery. We must know it also makes you impressive and attractive and fascinating speaker. All right, you learn all the arts to make people involved in your discussion. So that's all about today's lecture. Inshallah, in the next lecture we will discuss some types of nonverbal communication. Right, and stay tuned to my channel. It would be very informative. I do hope, inshallah, right, and things would be marvelous over here. Right, thank you very much for listening to me. Allah Hafiz.